Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I have updates. I have big time updates. Today we're not gonna do video games. Today I need to talk to you guys. What happened before, I need to discuss with you guys. Now, as you know, Microsoft Windows, when they make operating systems, they have to test builds. In other words, right now they're road testing Windows 12, okay? Now Windows 12 right now looks exactly like Windows 11. Minor changes are added to the current Windows 11 build little by little, and each of those builds has to be tested thoroughly for bugs. So naturally, being a former employee, I volunteered to test for bugs. It just so happens I found a whopper right in the middle of my recording, and there was nothing I can do. So I got cut off. So I figured 30 minutes exactly, and then it'll freeze. So I figured I have 30 minutes to do this recording before I have to stop the computer and restart it again. So I only have 30 minutes of free time on this computer until they fix the build, of course, and then correct the build and then fix it and repair it. So after I finish this quick recording, I'm going to post it, stop, reset the computer, and then check Microsoft to see if there's any updates. Okay, guys? So that's what's going on. So all live streams will be postponed, and we'll have two videos. One video for games, another video just for what's going on. I may as well update you guys what's going on with Microsoft. I figured I might as well. So, not like most of any of you care, but I'll do it anyway. So, currently 21H2 is currently being on the road test. And I personally found one major bug that's a tremendous problem. I reported it, and they're going to fix it. And I'm going to check and see if they have the fixed repaired build so I can download it and fix what I have on right now. What I have on right now is Windows 11 build 21H2. Now this build is supposed to be more secure than the build all of you guys have. And although they are correct, it is more secure, but there are a few bugs that make it a pain in the ass. And when you reach the 30-minute mark, you will find one of the bugs will freeze your computer where it stands and just not do anything. It'll just freeze outright. So that could be a problem. That could be a major issue. And so one of the major issues I ran into when I worked for Microsoft back in the Windows XP days, one of the major issues they had when we were first beta testing the original Microsoft XP was that if you didn't maintain DOS often, XP would once in a while freeze. That's in the first build. DOS and Windows had a hard time with Windows XP. DOS and Windows had a very hard time coexisting. Even though Microsoft Windows XP by far is the most favorite operating system of all time, we had major problems with DOS existing at the same time as Windows. So all the test builds were constantly having issues. That's one of the main reasons why the next operating system that came out had Windows NT in it and did not have DOS. That's one reason why DOS was removed, was because the more Windows was used, the less DOS was used. And the less DOS was used, the more DOS didn't like that. Eventually they realized that DOS was not a good base. So they had to have a good base. So Microsoft used their corporate program, Windows NT. Windows NT was made for corporation servers. Like, for example, supposedly, let's use Microsoft, for example. Let's say Microsoft has 1,500 computers in the main office, right? Now, their server's in the basement. Their server is running Windows NT, okay? Windows NT is made to run multiple computers and or remote desktops, as they like to say, okay? Now, Windows NT is made for that. Now, why is this good for what we have now? Well, Windows NT used as a single object does come in handy. Because if you remember, way back in the old days, probably when I first became an MCSC, the very first, what's the name of that program? Microsoft Flight Simulator. That was the name of the program. The very first Microsoft Flight Simulator. When that program first came out, Flight Sim Labs used a virus as copy protection. Now, back then, nobody knew what a virus was, and they didn't know how dangerous it was. We had no virus scanners, so they used a virus as copy protection. And it worked. Nobody was copying it. The only problem is the viruses were loose. The viruses were getting loose in the computers, and the computers were having issues. So they had me and a bunch of other MCSEs come up with solutions to the problem. Well, with all the digging I did, I eventually found out that software's copy protection was laced with problems. It wasn't a bug. It was a virus. It was a copy protection they used. The copy protection they used was a virus, and it was a nasty one. Back in the old days, there used to be a very, very wicked virus. I forgot what it was called. All I know is that when the virus is exposed to the system, when the virus hits the system, when the virus hits your System32 file too many times, it will lock up the operating system and will freeze your operating system for good. The only way to get rid of it is to wipe the entire drive clean and start from scratch. That's one of the nastiest viruses ever seen, because everything on your computer is gone. Well, once I found out that program was buggy, or more than buggy, I had to report that to Microsoft ASAP. They went in panic mode. They recalled every single copy of Windows XP immediately. I had to get sent out to people's houses because people weren't using internet back then. So we had to go to, we as MCSEs had to travel to people's houses and physically remove the software from their computers and put on a clean copy. And Microsoft Flight Sim Labs was immediately in deep shit. I mean, we're talking really major trouble. Of course, after we did this, I got into I started talking it over with other software companies, and I said, listen, Can you create a software that can detect stuff like that's on this program that causes problems, the viruses? Can you make a program that detects it? And they said, sure, give us time, we'll write it. So, give us time, we'll write it. So I said, okay, no problem. So you write that and get back to me. Okay. So McAfee, after some time, got back to me and said, we have a prototype. We tried it out with the program. It detected it immediately. I was like, perfect. Now what I need you to do is I need you to have the program create a folder. An impenetrable folder that cannot be accessed for any reason other than that program. And that program has to be able to, you guys have to be able to retrieve that information from that program and create a virus library and eventually save that virus information on the program and your program can create a library of viruses so it can detect it. They said, we can do that, no problem. So eventually, as viruses were detected, Microsoft sent all information of bugs to McAfee, and McAfee looked into it and found out whether there were viruses or not, added it to the library, and eventually when they got enough viruses in their library, they released the first virus scanner, which is McAfee antivirus. And eventually they sent the same information to Norton, and Norton created an antivirus. The first two operating systems, the first two antiviruses were McAfee and Norton. McAfee was the original. So Norton received all the information from this company to create a program similar to it. Norton was more expensive because they claimed they were, premium scanner. But it was pretty much a McAfee scanner. They're pretty much the same thing. So McAfee was the original to come out with it. So anyway, what ended up happening was eventually all of the programs were immediately bugged and recalled. Everything was recalled. And recalls and officers sent out to replace all the programs. And as soon as everybody got on the internet, the recall lists reached the internet. And eventually, Microsoft created the Windows, the system update module. Windows XP. Microsoft created the system update module. And the system update module allowed them to place programs on the computer to protect it against certain things. For example, the very first problem before antiviruses came out, Windows had a very simple program on the computer they did not tell anybody about. And the Windows Update placed it on the computer to detect and secure all the viruses. So when you did get an antivirus program plugged in, the antivirus immediately detected those viruses in the safe folder and put them in the secure folder. So Microsoft Windows always kept you protected. But the antivirus had an active scanner you could use at any time. The System32 files were safe, but your basic computer is not safe. You have to understand that the virus scanner Microsoft could not create an automatic virus scanner because they did not have the facilities to make it. So they had to depend on outside software companies to create this program. So therefore, 2 software companies were asked to create a program, and they created a program. Now, Microsoft Defender, which what people have now, McAfee helped create that from Microsoft. Microsoft paid McAfee to create Microsoft Defender. Microsoft Defender is a McAfee program. If you'll notice, McAfee's not around that much anymore. They are around, but they're not around that much anymore. And the reason why is because Microsoft Defender is a McAfee Defender, is a McAfee software. So why should they sell scanners on the outside if their scanners are already in Microsoft software? So even if you do not have a scanner, you still have the Microsoft Defender to back you up, just in case. Now remember, Microsoft Defender will only protect your System32 file against viruses. It does not help you against active viruses that are detected from the internet, or it does not protect you against downloaded viruses immediately. I mean, active scanners will automatically scan your PC as soon as you download something or as soon as you go on a page. Active scanners will automatically activate. Windows Defender is an active scanner only for those System32 files. If a virus ever gets anywhere close to System32 file, it immediately goes into panic mode and encapsulates that virus and tosses it in a safe folder. And it waits for an antivirus software to receive that virus and transfers that virus to safe folder in the antivirus program. And the antivirus then takes the virus and then adds that virus to the virus program's database. That's how a lot of the big viruses get completely demolished, because programs like McAfee and Norton all share the exact same virus database with Microsoft. Microsoft, McAfee, Norton, and now today AVG, all of them share the exact same virus database. The only thing that's different is the scanner is different. Some are long scanners that scan more files. Some are basic scanners that scan only certain active folders. Okay, guys? Programs like AVG, they have a regular scan and they have a deep scan. The deep scan scans in AVG. This program has what's called, hold on. See this program right here? This program has something called a scan and a deep scan. Now deep scan, let me show you. Let me show you guys for a minute. Now, Smart Scan is a regular scanner that scans your regular computer. Okay, guys? Scans your basic stuff in your computer. Regular scans scan your basics. Your basics, for example, your regular folders, desktop folders, My Documents. It scans your downloads folder. It scans all your basic stuff. Now, if you go under other scans here, and you click Deep Scan, this scans the System32 folders. The Deep Scan scans all the stuff that regular scanners cannot scan. Okay, guys? This program, when you install it, it has to have full access to this has to have administrative access to your computer. Otherwise, it will not work. This is the only virus scanner that has administrative access. It has to. Because administrative access gives you access to your to the very deepest, darkest parts of your operating system, and the deep scan scans the entire computer from stem to stern. File or folder scan will scan only one file or one folder. Boot time scan scans your boot disk. Now, deep scan will not scan the boot area. Okay, deep scan only scans your regular and the system 32 folder. Boot time scan only scans your boot drive. That's it. It only scans the one folder that boots the computer up. Now, if your computer boots up too slow or it has issues, you might want to run a boot time scan when you finally do get it running, because I guarantee you have a virus in there. USB scan. If you're about to plug in a USB drive or some sort of a drive that has files in it, have USB scan ready or DVD scan ready. Have it ready. Put the USB or DVD in the drive. Push this, and it'll immediately scan. If there's no malware, it'll tell you there's no malware. A lot of programs have scans. Not all scans are created equal. Okay, guys? A lot of antivirus scans that you see out there nowadays, like if Norton and McAfee are still around, I don't think they're still around anymore. As far as AVG goes, they have a lot of different types of scans. Just pushing this will only cover your basic computer. C drive, non-Windows C drive, my documents, desktop, that's it. The deep scan adds your system 32 files and your Microsoft Windows files, your files that are not accessible by anybody, including you. Locked deep darks in the pits of hell, where nobody can reach it, is where the deep scan looks. It looks at every folder on that drive, including the system folder. As long as this has administrative access, this can do that. And the boot time scan also acts as the boot drive, which is something you really need to scan if you're having trouble logging into the computer. For example, if it starts up and doesn't start up right, if it locks during startup, either you can't have a bug. Of course, I would think there's a bug because I'm running test builds. But normally, if you're running a normal, average, everyday Windows, you're not on a beta test build, you might want to run a boot time scan, because if you're having trouble booting your drive, run a boot time scan. I guarantee you're going to have problems. If you feel like, gee, the computer's running a little slow, maybe there's a problem, I don't know, do this. Performance scans are common. Performance scans are very, very, very common. Performance scans are meant to try and figure out if your computer is slow. It will start running a scan and try to find out if and why it's slow. And if you have AVG tune-up, AVG tune-up will automatically pop up like it did now. And it will allow you to run a performance scan. For example, clean the junk off your PC, manage programs, optimize your disks. Suppose your disk needs to be repaired. Okay, analyze your disk. You can analyze all your disks on your computer. Let's see. You can check your disk, see if there's any errors. This checks your system recovery. Make sure you have recovery set. Make sure you have recovery data now. Make sure your recovery data is not lost or damaged. Make sure you have a recovery there. In case something happens, you can easily pull it back up. You can clean your browsers. Put programs to sleep. Data shredders. Uninstall programs that are giving you problems that you can't uninstall out of Microsoft. Just in case. Granted, I am not being sponsored at all by AVG. But this program is very useful for people that know what they're doing and want to control what comes in and out of your computer more. If you know nothing about computers, I do not recommend AVG for you, because you're not going to know what any of this stuff is, and you're going to delete the wrong stuff, and you're going to break the computer. I know what I'm doing, so obviously this is a very handy tool for me, because I'm no longer an MCSC. I'm no longer an employee. Even though I'm still doing testing. If I find bugs, I report them and hope and pray they fix the problem. They obviously have fixed the problem, because I've been streaming now for 26 minutes. I have maybe 3 more minutes left. So I am currently going to wrap this video up pretty soon, because before my PC freezes, if they didn't fix it yet, I will know it in about 3 minutes or so. So I'm going to start wrapping up the video now. Anyway, just a little tutorial. Just please keep in mind, when you're surfing the internet, don't just click anything to go on the internet and go on the internet. Please be aware of what websites you're going on. Please be aware of the addresses. Please be aware of whether they're shady websites or whether they're secure. Make sure you're using a secure browser like this one. This is a secure browser. This is AVG Secure. This comes with my virus scanner. You can actually get a see the antivirus. See, my antivirus that I have plugged in this computer is right there. So whenever I go on a website, the antivirus checks the website for viruses and immediately lets me know. So this browser has a 24-hour scanner scanning for viruses. Whenever you hit a website, if it detects a virus on the website, it will let you know, and it will not allow you to go on the website. It will lock the website down. It will send the web address to AVG, and AVG will have it banned from the internet until it's fixed and repaired. So this is the most secure browser you could ever get. It's called AVG Online Security. They have the free version and they have the paid version. It's best to get the paid version with the VPN, the full-time scans and all that shit. And it's best to get the version. Make sure you have AVG Internet Security and make sure you have the browser. These two together will give you a very good, safe combination to keep you safe and secure. Perfect combination of the both. It's a very good combination that keeps you safe and secure. Because security is very important. Now, let me explain a couple more things to you guys. This browser also has plugins and extensions. It has your privacy guard, lets you know what website has access to your personal information and what website does not. It lets you know ahead of time, right there. This here allows you to copy and paste without having to right click and do that. This allows you to copy and paste from the browser without having to right click. I almost never do that. Now, if you go on a website and you go to buy something and this ever turns blue, click it. That means AVG has a partnership with that program and they have a coupon available. This is the coupon section. If you ever go on, let's say, Amazon. Let's use Amazon for example. Let's say you're buying something from Amazon. And this turns blue right here. Touch it, it goes on to a website and it pops up and it says it has some coupons listed here. You can click to use and type in all the information that it asks for. Click use and the coupon is immediately assessed right to your purchase. It gives you automatic real-time coupons. Automatic. It's a really good browser and it's safe, and you can even buy a VPN. I have the VPN separate right here. I can turn it on whenever I want to, but you can have a real-time VPN on this as well. You can have the VPN put on. You can have this linked to AVG Online Security, which I did because I have it. As soon as you buy internet security, it automatically gets linked. Every AVG program you have is linked to that program. For example, let's say you did get this browser, right? And you got an AVG program you wasn't really sure about. Let's see with the AVG program. Let's say you picked up anti-track because you don't want to get tracked, right? You wasn't exactly sure if this was working. Well, let's see. Let's see what this says. Anti-tracking. Okay. Now that's fine. It's blocking. It's preventing. This program prevents other people from tracking your movements. And it tells you what websites it tells you what websites tried to track you. And immediately blocks them immediately. So now it tells you what browsers are protected. With this program, Microsoft Edge is protected with this program. Now, I use Microsoft Edge once in a blue moon. So I don't use it all the time. I use this all the time because this is under constant protection. When you have this, you get all of this built into this. Just this, whatever you have in this directly does not work with the computer. When you buy it, when you buy the program, it automatically gets linked to this browser right here. So if you buy the software, you do not need it in the browser. Okay, guys? If you have no intention of buying any of the AVG software, then just buy everything in the browser. Just get this browser for free and add on all these add-ons. So the only thing is, if you use a VPN when you're purchasing an item and you type in an address, that's going to be a problem, because a VPN changes your location. And sometimes websites like to use the current location you're at to confirm delivery. They do that. And if they can't confirm delivery to that address you're buying for yourself, they can't confirm delivery. Sometimes they'll notify, they'll allow it to go through. They will notify your credit card company and let you know that a possibility of your credit card being stolen. They do this as a way of keeping you protected. Over the years, websites and companies and programs have been keeping you protected ever so slowly, but you just don't know it. Every purchase you make, they'll say, this is a secure purchase. If that's a secure purchase, then that means that their database that you send the credit card information to, their servers are encrypted. Let's say you buy from Amazon. Let's say Amazon says that, let's say they have a secure, safe checkout, okay? You take secure, safe checkout. You don't know what secure, safe is, but it sounds good. I'm going to try that. Secure, safe checkout means that their servers that they save your credit card information on are secured and encrypted and safe. So when you purchase an item from them and your credit card information is pulled up automatically, no one is going to be able to hack into their softwares and get your credit card information ever. Why? Because their servers are encrypted. So your purchase is not encrypted. Your information that's being stored, on their servers are safe. Guaranteed safe. And that is so important these days, because you never know when people are looking over your shoulder in the internet these days. It's scary. It really is. It's very scary. Internet and credit card theft and all that stuff, that's very, very, very scary and extremely, extremely not common. I mean, it's extremely scary if you think about it. Credit card theft in general is scary. It really is. Now, AVG Breach Guard. AVG Breach Guard is a very odd program. Now, you're going to see a lot of red stuff here. That's because I don't have this thing fully active, and I'll show you guys why. This program is not fully active, and there's a reason why. Now, the secured identity is not activated because I didn't pay for it. See? The reason why I don't have the secure identity is because I didn't want to pay for it, because I felt as though if I have this active 24 hours a day and I have secure purchases, I don't need this. If I didn't have this to back me up, I would, without a doubt, I would need this. This would be an absolute must-have. Now, this all depends on what services you do not have. This might be in lieu of this. It's either get this or this. You do not need both. Okay, guys? This changes your IP address. This helps protect yourself against identity theft with alerts and secure strategies. Okay, that's breach guard. Now this anti-track is a different program. This improves your privacy by protecting your browsers, scheduling on regular basis cleanings, and reducing your allowed websites. Okay? For example, if there's a website that Google deemed is not safe, this program will automatically flag the appropriate browsers and say, this website is not safe. You cannot go on this website at your own risk. This website has been deemed not safe. That's what this program does. It tracks, finds the websites that are not safe, then immediately cleans the browsers as soon as you go on. As soon as you leave a website, it immediately cleans the browser immediately and automatically flags all virus scanners to do a virus scan. If you have all the attached programs like the maintenance programs and stuff like that, virus scanners, it'll immediately flag all of them to activate all at once to check the computer to make sure it's okay. Now you can click and say, gee, these websites are safe. They have websites you can check off and say whether they're safe or not. Now, of course, Microsoft is always safe. Me personally, being a former Microsoft employee, I deem Microsoft's website safe. That website is always safe. Always secure. Google has never given me trouble at all. I've never gotten a virus from Google. Microsoft told me themselves that Google is secure. There's no reason for it not to be secure. Yes, when you Google search something, you could get a virus from website on Google, but you will never get a virus from Google. So you will never get hacked on Google's website. So Google servers are just as secure as Microsoft servers. So Google is safe and Microsoft is safe. So they are allowed to not be touched by anti-track. I allow these two websites carte blanche. All the rest of them, nope, they will not track me. That includes, which I hate to say this, I don't want to do this, but YouTube is part of Google. Okay, guys? Now, people say, oh, well, these programs are screwing my channel because I'm not getting paid for it. No. Let me explain. YouTube is Google. In order to have access to YouTube servers and upload your videos, you have to have a Google account. Any information regarding your channel or your streaming channel immediately gets sent to your Google email address. Therefore, you need a Google account, which means Google has to be deemed as a safe and secure website. So if you go on YouTube a lot, put Google on anti-track and Google as a safe website. Google and Microsoft, the only two safe websites you should have on your anti-track. Only two safe websites. All the rest of them, do not trust. Never trust. Now this. Windows Update will give you driver updates periodically. But there are some drivers that Windows Update will not give you. For example, if drivers are too old, if objects that you have plugged in are too old, Windows Update will not give you updated drivers for it. So that's where you need this. This will detect an object plugged in and see that you don't have a driver, or you have an old driver for it, and it will immediately give you an updated driver. Enough of an updated driver that the object will work. Then you can go and get the real driver and update it. Because as soon as you get a driver that allows the computer to recognize it, this program is good to scan an object you have that does not have a driver. This program will detect the object and immediately access and install a compatible driver for that one object. For example, I have an external DVD drive. Okay, guys, I had it from Windows XP. Now, I didn't have updated drivers for it. I had drivers from Windows XP, so I installed the drivers. Well, Windows Update could not give me the drivers. I went on the company that made the object. Well, they didn't have the updated drivers, so I used AVG driver update and pushed the button, and immediately the driver popped up right there, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It's right there. So I downloaded it, and now it's working perfectly. This program will find and locate all the updated drivers in your computer automatically. All you have to do is just scan it, download it, and it activates, and that's it. Every single driver you have in your computer, it will find it and update it. Here's the thing. If something says NVIDIA, do not update it here. If something says NVIDIA, anything in here says NVIDIA, immediately close out. That means you have to close this out and go into NVIDIA. You have to find NVIDIA first. If anything in your driver updater says NVIDIA, anything at all, find NVIDIA app. See NVIDIA app, find it. Okay. Today, not next week. Oh man, tell me you have to re-download the NVIDIA app thing again. This is ridiculous. There it is right there. Now I need a shortcut. Where is the shortcut? Let's see. Shortcut. Send to desktop, create shortcut. There we go. If you ever seen NVIDIA on your driver updater, do not update your video card drivers from that program. Go into the appropriate app and update the drivers manually. Okay, guys? Make sure you go into the video card app and use their drivers. See how it says a newer version is present. So that means this program right here has a newer version that's already in the computer. This is an old version. So that means I have currently 2 NVIDIA programs on this computer. That's another problem you have to deal with. Sometimes the companies they update your programs and they never uninstall the old ones. So that in turn causes issues. The best way to solve that problem is to delete every program and go on. Find your information about your video card immediately. Find out all the information about your video card. Then go on NVIDIA's website. Locate the app. Okay? Download the app. Then go in and uninstall all the apps you have for NVIDIA on the entire computer. Not the drivers, just the NVIDIA apps. Okay, guys? All of them. Even the current one and the old one. You have to make sure. Start clean. Make sure you have the app in the start menu. Make sure you have the app in here or in the start menu. Make sure the app is clean. Make sure the app, you can find it. Very easily find it. It's very, very important that you do this because your video card drivers you do not want to mess around with, because your video card is your audio and your video both rolled into one. So if that driver does not get updated often, you're in trouble. Basically, you're in trouble. So right now we have a program that's outdated, and the program needs to be updated. And because I haven't updated my drivers in a long time, the program now does not work. So what we need to do is we need to go on and we need to find, if this ever happens to you, find NVIDIA. Find the NVIDIA app. Where's the NVIDIA app? Support. NVIDIA app. Where's the NVIDIA app? Let's see. Come on. Product Solutions. NVIDIA app. Come on. Where is the NVIDIA app? Where is the NVIDIA app? Come on. NVIDIA app. Click download now. If you ever need a new NVIDIA app, no problem. I'll show you how to do it. Ready? Download now. Save. it's going to download it. Download in progress. When that's done, it's going to say download complete. Okay, guys, when it says download complete, now that it's downloading. Now we have to find the program in the computer and uninstall it. Let me show you guys how to do that now. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to find the program, only the program itself. That's it, guys. You got me? See this? We're only going to uninstall this. That's it. Now, what you're going to do is, Windows 11 is a lot different. You're going to search. You want to do this? That's fine. NIVI. Or you could just scroll through it automatically, which is pretty much what I'm going to do. You could just type it in and hope you find it, but it's easier just to do this. Take your time, find the program. We all know the program is green, dark green, and light green, but this program is not working, so it's going to be white. So you're going to look for the name in the video right here. Do not go by the icons. Go by the names. Okay? Never use icons as a guide. For example, Real Player. You want to uninstall Real Player, do not look for this logo. Look for the name. Too many people I've seen do not read, and they look for icons and install it, and then end up uninstalling a program that they absolutely needed, and they panicked. Make sure you read. Read everything. See, now you might have stuff on your computer that you have no idea what it is. Only way to figure out what it is by coming to this. Because you're going to have a lot of stuff. For example, I have Warframe World Status. I never played Warframe. Where'd that come from? It came from Steam. I have Steam. And yes, at one time I did download this game. And yes, the world status is still here because I never got rid of the game. That's the reason why this is here. So, you're going to notice there's stuff here that you've never seen before. Because at one point you did use it, you never got rid of it. Steam games download to your computer automatically. Stuff like this. You may not know what this is. Microsoft Corporation. If it says Microsoft Corporation, it's fine. Leave it. Don't uninstall it. Leave it. This is probably just a simple wallpaper or a screensaver or something like that, or an icons. Something very simple. ROG is a Republic of Gamers. If you have an Asus product, ROG means Republic of Gamers. If you ever see these, whatever you do, do not touch these. Do not install them. Never. If something says Microsoft on the front, don't touch it. All this is system programs. You can uninstall them, but if you uninstall them, your entire computer will completely lock up and you won't know why. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you uninstalled a system. You can uninstall a system program and it will not warn you. So you have to make sure what you're getting rid of. Make sure what you're getting rid of does not say Microsoft Corporation. If this is Microsoft Corporation, don't touch it. Leave it there. Everything that says Microsoft Corporation, leave it there. Let Microsoft take it off your computer automatically. They will. Microsoft knows what you're doing right now on your computer. They know exactly what you're doing. They know everything about every user and what they look at, what they don't look at. The reason why they know this is because they try to keep us all safe from everybody else. They don't want to know what you're doing. They don't want to know any of your information. They want to know that you're safe. And they want to know that the operating system you're using right now is safe. Now, right now, this video has been moving right now for about an hour and 18 minutes, which means the bug that I detected, they fixed it. Within 30 minutes, my computer should have been toasted, but it's not. Why is it not toasted? Because they might have put a temporary patch out, an emergency patch out to fix it and repair it. So that just goes to show that Microsoft is on top of things 24 hours a day. So you really don't have to worry much about it. And people like me are always on beta test builds, pushing the envelope, pushing these operating systems to the max, doing shit that nobody else usually does, just to make sure there's no bugs. I will go and do things that people don't normally do, just to make sure there's no bugs. Now let's check on our download. See, it didn't download. Apparently, it didn't download. See, you gotta constantly keep on top of these things. Privacy guard. 2 people have access to the site. Okay, ads are being blocked, so we're good. There's 12 coupons. Okay, let's check and see what they got. $200 off with discount code. Cool. So if we buy anything from NVIDIA right now, we have coupons. If we buy anything off NVIDIA's website, I have coupons right now you can use. Cool, huh? Now, this web browser is free. You could download this for free. The only catch is you have to have this in order to get it for free. This web browser is absolutely free, but you have to subscribe to this in order to get this for free. I can use any one of these coupon codes for this website right here. If I purchase anything off this website using the shop, I put in this promo code right here and I'll get that off. So, cool, huh? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the deals you can get. Now, I just did a virus scan from NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA has one advertisement was going to pop up. I blocked it. Here's the problem. You ready? When you're watching YouTube on this website, see this? Turn this off for YouTube. Because if you have this, if I'm watching a YouTube video, for example, if you're watching my video, right, on YouTube, and you have ad blockers on, that means that I will not get paid for those videos because you have ad blockers on YouTube. And it won't tell you it's blocking ads. It'll just block it automatically. So, I mean, out of respect for the people that make all these videos on YouTube, make sure you have ad blockers turned off for YouTube only. Okay, guys? because all the advertisements you're looking at on YouTube are all all help assist all the people that create, all these really nice people that help create videos for YouTube. They're able to continue making videos for you thanks to those advertisements. If they didn't have those advertisements, they wouldn't be able to make videos for you guys. See, me, I don't get paid for this yet because I don't have enough people subscribed to even get paid for it. But I do have advertisements lists, but I do have ads showing because of the videos I have. I have videos that have to have advertisements. So I do have ads popping up because I have to have advertisements because the few videos I do have, they allow them to exist only because I'm not getting paid for this. So therefore the advertisements that are showing go to the people that deserve the money, because I don't get paid for I'm demonetized because I don't have enough people. Now when I get my monetization, those videos that were previously allowed will go away and I will no longer be able to have them anymore. They will immediately be blocked because they will not get paid anymore for it. So that's it. That's the way things work. So let's see. We have, okay, and we're good to go. Now, NVIDIA app. Let's get it going. Now, see, you have to make sure you keep on this, guys. You have to keep track of this shit. Because if you don't, no one else is going to do this for you. Your video card is your audio and your video both in one. If you do not keep your video card drivers going and secure, you're going to be in trouble. You really need to keep on this, guys. I mean, seriously, you have to keep on this. Okay, I probably should get rid of the old one first, but that's fine. Whatever. That's fine. What's new in the video? Okay. Yep, they updated the app. So that's why it didn't exist. And there is the new logo for it right there. See? Now here's what's new for it. They have new games. They have games that are updated. So if you're playing any of those games, they now have game support for it. Now there's bugs in the previous program that have been squashed. So okay, now let's check our drivers. Our drivers are up to date. Good to go. All you need to worry about, click it, push this, nothing pops up, it says reinstall, close it, walk away, keep this handy at all times. Make sure this is handy at all times. Okay, guys? Use your driver updater to tell you if the drivers are outdated. Update all your drivers the way you normally would first. If you have no way of updating the drivers, for example, if you have your Bluetooth driver If you have a Bluetooth node plugged into your computer and that driver is outdated, you have no way of updating it, use a driver updater for that. Now, if you have NVIDIA is popped up on that program, do not update the NVIDIA driver. Close the program, click the NVIDIA app, and check drivers. Update your drivers to NVIDIA only. Okay, guys? For example, if a Microsoft driver pops up there, do not update it. Click System Update. Type System click this. Click that and stuff, and it will check for the drivers. Right now, it's. Remember how I told you there was problems with the build, and I checked for a bug. Guess what? The bug fix. Right there. I reported the bug. The fix is incoming. That didn't take long. I'm telling you, Microsoft is on top of things. They really are. They really are. They're on top of things. That bug that I detected and reported yesterday, what they did was that part of the Windows file that was causing that. What they did was they secured it and disabled it long enough for them to get the new build versions out, so that this way it doesn't happen again. Because that bug was a very serious one. Now what they do is they're installing the 24H2 with that bug fixed. 24H2 has the bug fix in it. Now we're still going. It's about 1 hour, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. That System32 that file in the System32 that was glitching, causing shutdown and freezing, that was secured. Long enough for them to get this installed. Because I told them, your computer will only stay on for 30 minutes. That's it. So what they did was what Microsoft will do is they'll locate where the problem is. They'll secure the space around it and not let anything go near it. They'll secure where the glitch is, and they'll put something old there to temporarily base it. So what you have to do is you have to do minimal things on the computer. Absolutely minimal things. What I'm doing right now is not really affecting right now anything. I'm not playing games. I'm not doing anything to stress the computer. All I'm doing is talking to you guys. And that's fine. If all I do is just talk to you guys, that's perfectly okay. I'm not doing a live stream. I'm just doing a normal video. I'm just recording a normal video, and that's perfectly okay. Meanwhile, this is going to download. When this downloads, the temporary patch that's surrounding that bug, when 24H2 downloads, the temporary patch that's around that bug to keep the computer from stopping will be gone, and the bug fix will be in place. Okay? 24H2 has the bug fix installed automatically. Any bugs that are severe, like the one I found, has to be immediately rectified automatically. They don't even ask permission to download. They automatically download it automatically. In fact, I didn't even push install. it downloaded it automatically. Because I told them, it doesn't allow you to stay on the computer any more than 30 minutes. There's not enough time to download an update. So they had to secure the bug. They had to put a security barrier around the bug so that nothing could access that bug so it doesn't freeze. So now the computer has to stay on, has to stay running until this is finished. That's the way it goes. When you report a bug, you have to immediately put Windows Update on and leave it running and wait for the bug fix to pop up. When the bug fix pops up, it will pop up with the version, and it'll have the build. It'll have the number of the operating system and the build number after it. So 24 is the number of the operating system, is the operating system code, and H2 is the build. So 24 is Windows 11 and H2 is the build. It goes A1, A2, A3, A4, so on and so forth. And then B1, B2, B3, and so on and so forth. Right now they're up to H2. That's how many bugs that pops up in Microsoft Windows. Now Windows 11 is going to go through changes over the years. Things are going to get added a little by little as we, the beta testers, go through all the bugs first and detect them and receive the fixes as quickly as we can. Now, I told them it was completely unusable. It has to be fixed immediately. They sent out the patch. I stayed off my computer for like 24 to 48 hours. I figured that's more than enough time to give them time to create a barrier around that problem and to create a fix. In 24 to 48 hours, they found the problem that I reported to them. They put a barrier around it, and in 48 hours later, the fix is right in front of me, right here, waiting to get downloaded. Pretty cool, huh? That's what we do. That's what Microsoft does. People like me, old employees, volunteer their time. We're not getting paid for this. We volunteer our time and our computers to help Windows run better for you. That's the dedication of the users, the really old users and the old employees like me. This is our extreme dedication to the craft. We no longer get paid for this, but we don't mind doing it because way back in the old days when I worked for them, I was very proud of working for Microsoft Windows. I was proud working for them. They treated us very good. Microsoft always treated their employees very good. We got paid well. I mean, we got so many benefits. We were able to help so many people. I mean, we were able to come up with ideas, groundbreaking. I helped create groundbreaking ideas. I helped them solve the I helped assist the virus problem in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's what I did. I detected the very first virus, and I told them scanners need to be created, Microsoft needs to be secured, System32 files folder needs to be online. locked down. You need to have exclusive access. Down the road, you need to create exclusive access to the System32 file. That, you know what that flashing in the bottom? It says, such and the screen goes black and says, do you want to allow this program? Yes or no? As soon as you click yes, that program has access to System32 folder. That's what that means. You're allowing that computer to have access to your System32 folder. That's when the screen goes black and it says, do you want to allow this program to do blah, blah, blah? You click yes or no. When you click yes, you're giving that program access to your System32 file. That's what that is. Okay, guys? That is called a firewall protection. I bet you didn't know that Microsoft has a built-in firewall protection system. Yes, that's what that's called. But again, it's only for the System32 folder. Microsoft Defender is mainly was built by McAfee way back in the old days, and was only made for the System32 folder. The only program that's important to this computer is the System32 folder. No matter what you do in this computer, that System32 folder will always be safe because of Microsoft Defender. Unless you have a program that's better than Microsoft Defender, then Defender shuts down. And that program, it's up to you to manually do the work. This program, along with the sister programs like this anti-track toolbox, a secure internet security, the other programs, the anti-track, breach guard, all these programs. You have all these programs together as a whole. It's up to you to make sure that you're safe and secure. Not Defender's problem anymore. The System32 file is still sealed for your protection. But it's up to you now to make sure that everything's okay. So you have to do scans with here. You have to make sure your system's cleaned out. Make sure the System32 files are cleaned out. Make sure your download file folders are cleaned out. You have to make sure everything is clean. Make sure your defragmenting is done at least once a month. Okay, guys? If you have a mechanical drive, make sure your drive is defragmented once a month. Otherwise, you're going to have serious problems with your hard drive. Okay? A fragmented hard drive will cause your hard drive to overheat because it's going to be running 3 times as fast, and that heat is going to cause the drive to melt. So, dead serious, it will. Drives do melt. Now, if you have a solid state drive, it won't melt, but it'll get awful hot. I mean, it will get really hot. So you have to make sure once a month, whether solid state or whether it's solid state or whether it's or mechanical, you have to make sure your drive is done. Now, if you do not have any programs, I have my defrag. If you do not have any programs, click a random folder, right click. I'm showing you this for a reason. Show more options. Click properties. Okay, guys, properties. Nope. Now here. Click the folder. Okay. Now. Hard drive. Locate the hard drive. Not the Windows drive. The hard drive. Right click. Properties. You watching? This is, it tells you more information about your hard drive and the drive in general and the computer. This is how to find out about your computer. Now, if you want to do maintenance on the computer, well, that's not that hard. I mean, it should not be hard. There used to be the there used to be the now see, now it shows it, but it doesn't give you the option to do the okay, here's your, remember your device manager from back in the old days? There's device manager right there. You still have it. Remember this from back in the old days? You always knew if something wasn't working right, because you see like a caution sign. This is still around. You still have this. See right there? There's one device that doesn't have a driver. Update driver. Search automatically for drivers. See, now you could do things like that to find the drivers. Okay. There's different stuff under system properties. Desktop settings related to your sign-in. Startup and recovery. System startup. System failure. Debugging information. This is important if you're someone like me that needs to make sure you locate the bugs information and report it. That's important for someone like me. What you need to pay attention to is this. Performance. Now you push settings. Visual effects, advanced, or data execution prevention. Visual effects. It allows you to either have things work or have things not work. It's up to you. Whether you want things to work or whether you want things not to work. That's important. Right now I have save taskbar thumbnail previews turned off. And I have show shadows under mouse pointer. Now, why do we need a shadow under the mouse pointer? That's a waste. No thanks. So I have it turned off. Why do we need to see a shadow under the mouse pointer? There's no need to. Save taskbar thumbnail previews. Now, my taskbar is filled with stuff. Why do we need previews here too? Too much shit on there. I only have programs I use absolutely every day down here. So, I have programs down here that I use all the time. So, I don't need that. I don't have this active for that reason. Showing shadows under the windows, That I don't mind because Windows, by having shadows under the windows, I get to see that this window is on top of this window. See? Sometimes, with all these windows up, sometimes you get confused on what's on top and what's on bottom. You know what I mean? You have like so many windows layered. You don't know what's on top, what's on bottom. But if you see the shadow underneath, you know that this is on top of this. Of course, you know this is on top because of this. It's just able to move it. Let's say this. Now you can easily see a shadow, a very thin shadow right there. That means this is on top, this is underneath. There's a shadow, thin shadow right there. You know this is on bottom. This is on top, this is on top, full tippy top. Get it? Now, check, we're still on 97%. Hanging tough. Computer is still working. Told you guys. They got it under control. And the bug fix is on its way. There you go. I reported the bug 2 days ago. Stayed off my computer, did not use it at all. Refused to use the computer in 2 days. After I found the bug fix. After I found the bug. 2 days later, I'm coming on the computer. Bug fix is done. And the repair job and the brand new build is on its way. There you go. That's what we do. This is what we do to keep you guys safe. We have to go through all this bullshit so you guys don't have to. All you guys have to do is just turn your computer on, do whatever you have to do, and turn it off. Meanwhile, people like me have to go through all this BS just to make sure your use of this software is top notch. See, I don't mind doing this stuff because I used to do this stuff for a living. I don't get paid for this. I do this for fun. The reason being is because I'm doing this because I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this. I know what I'm doing. I know to check this stuff and to download this stuff on a certain day of the week. Because I know for a fact that 2 days, they do not need to be on the computer. And know for a fact that if I report it on this day, if I download something on this day, I find a bug, and I report it on this day, I could be off the computer for 2 days and allow them time to fix it. And then they will find the fix by the end of the second day. And the repair job will be on its way on day 3. And it's on its way. That was a quick fix. They got the fix in place, and right now the repaired build is on its way right now. So that's it. Very simple update. Just a little update on how Microsoft programs in general, when they're made, programs don't just work at the snap of a finger. For example, when Windows 11 comes out, it's not perfect. When Windows 11 comes out, it comes out with bugs aplenty. But people like me go on massive overdrive. I mean overdrive to locate bugs like crazy. People like me are called upon from the old days to immediately help to run and help with bug fixes and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm doing bug fixes right now is because Windows 11 is in the process of adding new features. And slowly, they might be converting over to, they might be starting Windows 12 soon. So you might see things a little different on my computer that is not normally in Windows 11. Because there are things that might be different. For example, let's say the control panel. This is part of the control panel. Now, the control panel, I have an icon right here. See? Right there. Normally you would, to go in the control panel, you would have to click this and go to settings. S for settings. Okay, guys? You go to S. Find S. S. See that right there? Click that, and it'll take you to the control panel. Or what I call the control panel. That's what it used to be called. They call it settings. And settings will pop up. Right now, I'm in settings. See? But I'm in the Windows Update part of the settings. And I have to stay here until this is done. Because that fix is not permanent, it's only temporary. So I can't do anything extreme like playing games like I used to, you know. What I'm doing right now is fine. All the stuff I have extra, like playing games and stuff like that, all the extra stuff that I have usually, like after I'm done right here, I will upload this video to YouTube. I will turn the program that I have on now off. Make sure all the other programs are off. I will make sure this is done downloading first. Make sure this is fully installed. Then I will upload this video to YouTube. Because uploading causes a lot of grief. Causes some grief to System 32. Whenever you upload from your computer to a server or something like that, your System 32 has to be accessed. Just for a brief second, it has to be accessed. That brief second might be more than enough to kickstart a bug. And so, when I'm downloading a fix, you do not want to trigger another bug. Okay, guys? When you're beta testing, when you find a bug, you have to report the bug. And when they send you the fix, namely what we have here, you have to wait until the fix is done before you can do anything else. You can't do anything else till the fix is done. When this fix is installed and it's done, restart the computer and you're done. As soon as, for example, when the fix is done, I'm going to end this video, tell you guys thanks for watching, and then I will restart this computer, install it, restart the computer, and then I will upload the video. And then you guys will see this. That's what my procedure will be. So you have to be very careful. You have to do things a certain way. Because right now, they fixed the problem. But they only put a temporary patch there. Because I told them I was unable to do anything. I was unable to function on my computer normally. Because a partition was not added to my computer, it was on my normal computer. And because it was on my normal computer, this had to be absolutely sped up. I mean, this had to be this had to be sped up tremendously. I mean, this had to be on the Liucho. This had to be done quick because they didn't put it on a separate version. 24H2 was 24H1 was supposed to be a final build. But the fact that I found a bug that's severe, 24H2 is now out, and it's going to cause a whole lot of issues now. Because now they're going to make sure, now they're going to want us to make double, triple, quadruple sure that no more bugs are going to be found. I have a funny feeling that they're starting to prep for Windows 12. Because they're doing a tremendous amount of bug checks. I mean, a lot of bug checks. They want us to be on the bug check. They want us to be on the bug checks 24 hours a day, which is pretty much what I do. So, I mean, I pretty much have this behind my program window over here. So while I'm doing the videos with you guys, I have this open and minimized, and I'm doing my thing. So once in a while when I'm doing my videos, you'll see this icon open once in a blue moon. You'll see this icon in the taskbar once in a blue moon while I'm doing my videos, just for the hell of it. That's me communicating with Microsoft, finding out what's going on, and them communicating back. So, very simple, very easy. Actually, not simple. It's simple and easy for me, but for normal people, this is not an easy task. And I have severe brain issues. I have brain damage, significant amounts of brain damage. I shouldn't be able to do this, but I can. The reason why I can is because that part of my brain was not touched. It was not wiped out. The part of my brain that was wiped out was the part of my brain that I enjoy doing most of all. Like all my personal memories of my life are gone. That's gone. Every memory about my life, every accomplishment I made my entire life is gone. I know this for a fact. Every accomplishment, everything I ever did is gone. It's history. My entire past, from when I first, the only thing I remember is waking up in the hospital. Everything before that, wiped clean. I know nothing about my past. Nothing. I have no memory at all. I only know what people told me, and that's it. People told me that they're family. People told me, you can trust me, I'm family. And they told me stuff, and that's how I know what I know. But what I'm doing right now is a part of my brain that I didn't lose. So it's just still there. And luckily for me, I can assist with this. I can still help. I can do something. At least I can provide assistance to Microsoft, even if it's not a lot of help. I found one bug. One bug. But that's one bug that you guys don't have to deal with, guys. You don't have to deal with this shit. I dealt with it. Not you guys. Me. This is one bug that you guys didn't have to deal with. Why? Because I did. And I don't mind dealing with this stuff. I know what to do. I know how to report it. I know how to fix it. I know how they're going to fix it. I know how to get it set up so they can fix it. Okay, so we're installing now. Now that it's installing, when this goes away, I'm going to wrap it up, and then I'm going to restart, and then I'm going to upload this video. And by the time you read this, by the time you get the notification for this video, it will pretty much be up and running. So my computer will be normal, and it'll be back on beta test. I'll be back on I'll be back on testing for bugs. So meanwhile, I'm beta testing on the beta test team for a video game also. This game right here, Firestorm. This game is I'm on the beta test team for Firestorm as well. So when I'm doing Microsoft stuff, I cannot be on this program as well, because I'll get confused on what's glitching and what's not. So when I'm doing Microsoft work, I cannot be on this program, because I know this program has issues. So I don't know whether it's Microsoft or it's this program. I need to know that Microsoft is doing perfectly in order to be on that program. So frequently I will go, if I have a test build on the computer, for example 24H2, I will go on, where is it? I will go on this one. Okay guys, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Alright guys, sorry about no live broadcast this week. Nobody's been showing up for my live broadcasts lately. If you want to see live broadcasts, please comment down below at what time you would like me to you would like me to do a live broadcast, what time zone you're in, okay, and I will make arrangements to make it happen. Okay guys, what day, what days, and what times, and what time zone. Okay, comment down below when you would like to see me do a live broadcast, and I'll be more than happy to oblige you guys. Alright? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks guys for everything. Thank you for all your love and support. Please like the video, share and all that lovely stuff, and you know, all that usual stuff that you're supposed to mention that I keep forgetting to mention. So just do that. Hit this comment down below, and that's it. Thanks guys. I'll see you guys next time. I gotta restart this. And you guys can't be active. You guys can't be watching me restart this, because this program is gonna go. So see you guys later.